Bounding in the comments because I tapped out with about 10 months ago as of now when I completely ended my pull list. And by pull list I mean I had a great relationship with my local comic, I still do, local comic book shop, and we would discuss like I got a lot of books with, let's just say this, I got a lot of books without necessarily having to pay for the books, but I had a list. And, there was stuff that I could cover, trying to keep up with some of my favorite characters. And about 10 months ago, I was like, you know what? I'm fucking done. And I don't have a pull list. So it went from however many it was on there that I was keeping up with, including bad ones, to zero, right? I just don't have them. Now, with that being said, there are those like Bounding in the Comics who have been keeping up with the crazy shit that's been happening because I've been completely out of the loop, really for the first time in I don't want to say in forever. I've gone through my stints where I wasn't reading books, but this is perhaps the most meaningful because at that point it was like, okay, I was doing other things, track athlete, I wasn't keeping up with books. Now I have obviously the financial capacity as well as the time to, but at that point it's like, okay, I also can use that time for something else, and do I want to just be sitting here reading this dog shit? So yeah, let's continue on. Bounding into comics cover this topic, and there's something that they want to reference and what was this in? This is the United States of Captain America. This was the big thing that they're doing, kind of celebrating the 80th, the 80th birthday kind of the Captain America. Something of that nature. I can't remember what the exact year to date is. But what they did do was they had been kind of doing all the tokenization. You saw like the United States of Captain America as well, with all like the 5 different ridiculous Captain Americas. And what happened here is obviously going back to like this kind of with a throwback and referencing what is known as believing, let's say, in the American dream. And now Marvel wants you to know that Captain America no longer believes in that. And I think there's more at play. So here's some of the panel right here. You can see, I'm loyal to nothing except the dream. I actually said that once. And again, referencing throwback here, says, here's the thing about a dream, though. A dream isn't real. When we wake up, it goes away, and we're left with this yearning inside like something was taken from us. At least that's one kind of dream. But lately, spending my days in this country, as the years march on by, I'm starting to think that America actually has 2 dreams, and one is a lie. Interesting. What else did he say? He said the first American dream, and this is, I think, what Chris Cantwell wrote this, right? Yes, Cantwell. Says the first American dream is the one that isn't real. It's the one some people expect to be handed to them. And then they get angry when it disappears, when the truth is it never really existed in the first place. Germans have this neat word, Fernweh. It means a longing or a place of nostalgia for a place you've never been or for a place that might not even exist at all. We have this word for this in the States, Americana. That's interesting. Says this is the white picket fence fallacy. That this doesn't sound, by the way, all of what they're saying, this is Cap thinking this, narrating this. This does not sound anything like fucking Captain America. This is the white picket fence fallacy that if we're not careful becomes nationalism. Your name is fucking Captain America. There's no removing the nationalism from it. Like there's no it becoming. I know y'all tried to change what that word meant, but there's no removing that. Your name is literally Captain fucking America. That dream isn't real. It never was. Because that dream doesn't get along nicely with reality. Other cultures, oh, here we go. Immigrants, the poor, the suffering. People easily come to be seen as different or un-American. The white picket fence becomes a gate to keep others out. Oh my God. We're at our best when we keep no one out. Oh, diversity is our strength, is it not, Cap? Steve Rogers does diversity is our strength. You might as well have said that. A good dream is shared. Oh, yes. Shared radically with everyone. This sounds nothing like Captain America. When something isn't shared, it can become the American lie. So this is the thing. Oh, there's even more. Just he was thinking about all this. It says the lie is a real problem because it comes comes in this form of empty promise. A while back, we told the world they would come here for a better life, but too often we turn our backs on them. Instead of a dream, they get handed a raw deal, and then there's the second dream, this one's real, but we don't hold it or own it. Heck, we can't even touch it. He says, we reach for it, we work, we toil, we struggle, we fight together. We may never reach it, but we never stop trying. That's my dream. The Smithsonian is putting on a special exhibit called Americans Who Fight. Tell you the truth, I don't really love the name, only because sometimes we fight when I feel like we could handle it another way. So Captain America, I guess, is having second thoughts on just all together, which again, that's happened before, but let's what else did he say? I'm pretty easy to repurpose for various agendas, which isn't necessarily not true. I'm also an easy target when things in this country get bad, and believe me, they can get bad. Sometimes it gets so far away from 1940 when I first got injected that it all seems ridiculous, pretty ridiculous. He said, honestly, I started to wonder if I divide more than unite. So often a shield can become something to hide behind. I wonder if I've been hiding too. All that is and what you're reading and what you read with none of that shit sounded like, to me, that sounds like the writer, which is Cantwell. That sounds like Cantwell saying, okay, I have this vision of America. And it's a really generic position, right? It's okay, America, bad, immigrants, bad. American dream only exists for people that, and though he doesn't explicitly say it, we know who he's talking about. Only exists for certain types of people. And now I will say this. When I think of this dream, and I say this as a person that is known many immigrants, some from close friends of mine, obviously are the next generation of people. Like definitely, I got a lot of Nigerian friends, and it's always been awesome to talk to them about how they view the world, what lens they view it through, having come from nothing. I did a video also talking about this Asian guy who really just changed. I don't want to say changed my life, but it was something that stuck with me, and it was a conversation that I had. I did a video on it. Asian immigrant that just puts a lot of things in perspective. Now I detach obviously the concept of that dream, and that is basically being able to fucking do things and become really self-sufficient on in this country. Those you have more opportunities probably here than you have anywhere else in the fucking world. Now, yeah, maybe some more or less, but you get what I'm saying on net. That is detached obviously from the American government, but that's kind of what the idea, what we generally think of this. And I do believe genuinely that shit applies to any and everybody. And this is why, even as an anarchist, like, you can always appreciate a guy like Captain America and what he supposedly stands for when he is detached, obviously, from the what he does and what he was created for in terms of being representative of the United States government. But what this reads like is just Cantwell's vision. And this is what I will say. And you're going to see a lot more of this coming on. Like we've known in the last year, they've kind of done some weird things, like with the scroll cap and all of that sort of stuff that's happened. This is what I'll say. Expect for Captain America to be, I think this is going to be amplified because they're doing this on like his birthday, the tokenizations, the different caps, as well as this whole narrative right here. To kind of, I guess, appreciate, use that term loosely, him. expect in the coming years, and it'll be amplified like no other runs of Cap that we've ever seen, for basically them to tear what he stood for and what he has historically stood for down, because they are going to try to make him be representative of the evil that, or the problem that they see with America. It'll somehow be conflated with Captain America. And they've already done some of this, but it'll somehow be conflated with Captain America's view, or just they'll basically try to tear him down. And in the event that they do, it'll be just for the sake of putting out whatever social preferences and views and shit that they have, because Marvel writers are they're not capable of separating that. But again, that doesn't, like, even the language and the rhetoric that we're using here with Cap, I guess that was him narrating it, of course, makes no sense. Like, that doesn't even sound like him. That just sounds like, okay, this is how I view the American dream. I don't believe in it. I think a lot of it's a lie. So I want to funnel that through Captain America, because that's the only way people will listen. But hey, whatever. You just watched a clip from my podcast, For Canon's Sake. Catch us live at 12 p.m. throughout the week over at youtube.com/YoungRipper59 and follow us over at odyssey.com/@YoungRipper59. If you want to watch the entire video cast after the show is over, just be sure to become a member on the YouTube channel. Of course, the full audio portion of the podcast is available for free on all major digital platforms, or just visit forcanonsake.com.